Ah yes, yet another Traverse City video. Like I've said many times, Traverse City, Michigan never seems to not amaze me at their new level of stupidity, superficiality, materialism, well, pretty much anything and everything negative. They always hit a new low in one way or another. Sometimes it's every day, consecutively. Sometimes it's every other day. But it's mostly, I always end up finding one thing in one area that Traverse City is just hitting a new low at. Today is something that I've had on my mind for a while, and it's Z93. Out of all things, you would think a radio station, well actually no, they pander to the mainstream, so never mind that. A radio station by Z93 is doing a hottest moms contest. Hottest moms contest for northern Michigan or Michigan in general. Seriously, people? Seriously? Has the superficiality and vain conceitedness of today's people gotten so bad that for a radio station to pander to its audience, that they've actually created a hottest moms contest? As if women aren't hateful enough towards each other, as if now you're gonna pit them against each other in a MILF contest. And I'm just thinking, wow, way to support, enable, encourage, and literally show how vain the world and today's people are. Holy fucking hell. It's like, I remember when being a mom wasn't a competition, much less for being a hot mom, otherwise known as a MILF. Then were the times, I'll tell you. Superficiality, vanity, and egocentricity has taken over to the extreme. That's for damn sure, and it's really unfortunate. I mean, come on. A radio station encouraging this type of vanity and superficiality? You can say, oh, it empowers women, and oh, it makes them feel so confident. But how about the ones that lose? Especially in the nowadays culture where everybody gets a trophy. Well, in this, they actually fucking lose, for one. Secondly, it's not even about confidence, it's about attention seeking. It's about people liking their photo on the radio station's page. It has nothing to do with anything to do with the actual contest. Sure, winning and getting their little prize package that isn't really even worth doing that for is a nice little added touch, but in the overall picture, it isn't about winning. It's about having their vain superficiality, their conceited ego put out there for the world to see. It's a sad, pathetic, desperate attempt on the radio station's part to go for the weak-minded selfie sluts out there that actually go into this crap. So it just continually shows how deprogressive today's people are. Back in the day, even back in the 90s, if this was even presented as an idea, it would have been shut down immediately. Immediately. Because people back then were actually smart, and they're like, well, we don't want people's photos plastered all over the place, and the women back there wouldn't have cared so much about themselves that they wouldn't have done that in the first place. So I mean, it just shows that the insecurity of the nowadays women, along mixed in with this whole egocentric, vain and conceited nature of the nowadays, is just being manipulated via this competition hosted by Z93. So I cannot believe how bad it's getting, and it just shows that Traverse City people and radio stations around this area have nothing else better to do. I mean, way to encourage this egregious behavior, as if it wasn't bad enough now. Now you're targeting mothers. These people have kids, and these kids are going to watch their mothers whore themselves out to a radio station in a desperate attempt for people to like their pictures so they can win some frivolous prize. Way to go, dumbasses.